Hey y'all, hey, Amanda here, and today's video is a little more relaxed. I'm filming in my bedroom, and as you can see, the struggle is real because we still don't even have a bed frame. Life. I mean, we have like a sleep number, so it's got a modular base. It's not like we're sleeping on the floor. Not that there's even anything wrong with sleeping with your mattress on the floor. You do you. But yeah, I'm sorry, I have the sniffles. So, I'm all sniffly. But I'm in my bedroom today just because I felt like sitting on my bed. And let me tell you, this is a complete aside to what the topic of the video is, but the sleep number is amazing. Because mine is on 90, which is really hard. And Austin's is probably on like 45 or something. If you sit in the middle of the bed, it just feels like you have a weak butt cheek or something. It's like one is like, oh, and the other's like, meh. So, sniffly nose, I'm sorry. Anyway, today I wanted to talk to you guys about why I went vegan. I've been vegan for a year and a month and a half-ish. Tomorrow's the 15th. So yeah, a year and a month and a half-ish. So I went vegan November of last year. I read a book by GROUPON about habits, because that's another topic that interests me. And in the book, she suggested that if you're making a major life change, pair it with another major life change. So we moved into our house officially the day before Halloween. So I figured, moving into a house, going vegan, pair them together. And I have to tell you, it was a fantastic idea because it worked out really well for me. I used up a few little things that we had around the house already. Like I had like maybe this much honey left. I used it up. And aside from that, really Austin just used everything up. Because Austin's actually vegan now, but he just went vegan I think in like July or August. So it was just me alone doing this for a while. And so since I'm the one that cooks dinner, Austin was eating vegan at home most of the time. But he's on the road like every day almost. So him and his dad, breakfast and lunch, always on the road. But his story is kind of different. Let's talk about mine. So, I have never liked meat. Ever. Ethics aside, I've just never enjoyed it. It's always been like really gross to me. I don't like how people like it moist. I don't like the texture. I don't like anything about it. So growing up, I would eat chicken if it was really dried out. I would eat ham if it was really dried out. Same with bacon. Had to be like almost burnt, kind of crispy. And then I'd put a piece of turkey on my plate at Thanksgiving and then just like pick at it. I wouldn't really eat it. So, and then pepperonis on my pizza. I would always eat pepperonis on my pizza, but I really didn't like if they weren't crunchy. So I was a little bit of a pizza snob too. So meat was never huge for me. It wasn't an issue to give up. And because I never really liked meat, I did a lot of like searching for vegetarian and vegan recipes online. And I love YouTube. I live on YouTube. So I want to say it was like Lauren Toyota might have been the first like vegan YouTuber I came across. And we were living at my mom's house when I really started watching a lot of vegan YouTube videos. So we were living there after we left the apartment and when we were looking for a house to buy. And so living at her house, cooking was a little difficult. My mom has a lot of cats and they can kind of walk wherever they want, so I didn't really like cooking at her house so much. So we ate out a lot, which means I was eating a lot of pizza. So it didn't seem super practical for me to jump into veganism, even though I was like sold really quickly on it. So I waited till we obviously found a house and bought the house, since I was eating so much pizza at my mom's. And in that waiting period, I watched so much vegan YouTube. I watched Lauren Toyota, like I said, and watching her really made me feel like it was going to be easy, because there were so many great recipes, and I like started memorizing different combinations of food and flavors. And then I think I watched FizFam back when they were, I don't even remember what their first name was. What was the old name of their channel? I don't even remember. So I was watching, you know, Darren and Georgie's videos a lot, and they just felt super relatable, made it look really easy. And I don't know, I watched a lot of people, but I think those were like the main two. And then I'd watch like Dr. Greger's videos sometimes, the nutrition facts ones, and then I found Happy Healthy Vegan. So I was really absorbing a lot, reading a lot of articles, and just taking it all in. And I was convinced, like, it made sense for the planet, it made sense for the animals, it made sense for my body. I was sold. So after we moved in the day before Halloween, and then Halloween came and I was so sick. We had been working in this house all day, every day, basically, the whole week beforehand. We had new floors put in, we painted a lot of rooms, and so I was so sick at Halloween. And actually, it kind of made the whole year feel weird, because Halloween's my favorite, and since I didn't really have Halloween, it was weird that we were having Thanksgiving and Christmas, but that's a whole different topic. So the day after, I'm like, okay, I'm going vegan, that's it. I'm doing it, and that's it. And I really, really was concerned about cheese. That was the thing that really bothered me the most. I knew I could live without animal flesh. That wasn't even a thing to me. I didn't need seafood. I mean, I live in Maryland, but honestly, giving up crabs, not a big deal. They're not that great. Like, honestly, it's weird that people eat them. They're kind of like the bottom feeders of the ocean, and shrimp, and so none of that was hard. And butter, not an issue. There's so many good butter substitutes anyway, so it's like whatever. Honey wasn't an issue. I was putting honey in my coffee for a while, but at that point, I wasn't putting anything in my coffee anymore. I've never liked milk. I was already using non-dairy milks. So it was just cheese. Cheese was the only thing that really got me. And pizza is my favorite food. So I was so worried, like, how am I going to eat pizza? But honestly, I didn't go like baby steps. I just cold turkeyed it, and it wasn't an issue. I went and I bought like the really nice vegan cheeses. Sorry, I had to burp. And I got, what is it called? The Field Roast brand, the chow cheeses. They're amazing, by the way. But like, I didn't find myself using them as much as I thought I would. I think because I found a really good restaurant that had a ton of vegan options for pizza, I was sold. So it wasn't an issue. And I shouldn't have been eating as much pizza as I was eating anyway, because that was not healthy to begin with. So yeah, I think the one cheese that like kind of threw me off a little was, well, there's two things that threw me off a little bit. One, not like dousing pasta in Parmesan. So I had to get used to that, but it's like now I know what things taste like. I'm not just like covering them with salty cheese. And two, my go-to comfort food was always stuffed crust pizza from Pizza Hut. And so the first couple times I had like little bouts of sadness, or like I just didn't feel good, I was like, oh, what do I eat now? That was my go-to like sad day or not feeling good day kind of food, which in hindsight, those are horrible choices because they're just so bad, but I had to like kind of figure out a new comfort routine So I don't even know if I actually have a comfort routine anymore. I just had to like deprogram that. Because it wasn't even that I was craving cheese. It was just that in my mind, I knew, oh, I'm feeling crummy. Order that. And it didn't make me feel less crummy. It just tasted good at the time. Now I can't even imagine eating cheese just because I know more. And it kind of just makes my stomach turn to think about it. So, yeah. I don't know if this is making any sense. I'm a horrible storyteller. I hop all over the place. I'm very disjointed. And I feel like I need to drink something. And I would reach back there and grab my water, except I don't have any pants on. I'm just sitting here in my underwear. So that's not going to happen. Anyway, so I went vegan. Basically, not liking meat led me to finding Lauren Toyota, and her ease with all the recipes kind of convinced me. I basically binge watched all of her what I eat in a day videos, and I would just watch them over and over again because I'd be like, oh, that looks so good, I have to keep seeing it. Yeah. So I think it wasn't really like an ethical thing at first, although now I know more. I'm like, yeah. Okay, so my memory card filled up. But I think, what was it? Oh yeah, so it wasn't like anything ethical or environmental or even health driven that drove me to veganism. It was honestly just what I had been told all my life was picky eating. But ever since going vegan, I have tried more food, more different vegetables and fruits. I've expanded my palate to so many things. I love cooking, and I'm convinced I just didn't like things before because of the way I was raised. I never liked anything that was put on my plate, so it was ingrained in me. I thought I was a picky eater too, but I feel like it's really saved my life. Not that I feel like I was on a path towards dying, but I definitely feel like if I continued the way I was, because basically all I ate was cheese and things with cheese on it. And I would frequently have like spells where I was just faint or dizzy and didn't know why, and the doctor would just be like, oh, I think you need to eat more protein. I don't think so. I think I just like literally was subsisting on things that were not good for me. So I'm really glad that looking for new and interesting recipes because of my picky eating led me to veganism. And now that I know more about the health aspects, and which I am not the one to explain science and shit to you. I'm all about it. I'm 100% there for it, but you need to go to someone like Dr. Greger or maybe even like the vegan for that. I understand it in the moment when it's being explained to me, but I cannot regurgitate it, so that's that. But I get that, and I get the environmental benefits to it. It makes total sense, and obviously it's so much better for the animals. They don't want to be dead, like, and they don't want to be used and tortured. Like, we do some sick shit as humans, and we need to cut that shit out. So anyway, I don't know if that really made any sense, this video, but whatever. That is why I went vegan, basically, because it made my life and cooking 1,000 times easier. And I guess we can go on to Austin. Austin went vegan in late summer, and it was right after we watched What the Health. Actually, we turned What the Health off, and he asked me, so what stores sell the vegan Ben & Jerry's? And I was like, you're with me now. I'm not alone. Which That was probably my favorite part about him going vegan, is that I wasn't doing this alone anymore. Like, I had someone to go to family functions with me who also ate differently than everyone, and it just felt great. And it also made shopping easier. That is, of course, until his mom and grandma came to live with us. It's not a permanent situation. And if you want to know more about that, I'd be happy to tell you the story. But that's definitely not about this video, not about the same topic. But yeah, it was so nice having like a partner in the journey once for all. I don't have vegan friends. No one in my family is vegan. Literally, like, my mom's neighbor across the street from her is vegan, and sometimes I say hi to her if I see her at an event, but like, I don't have vegan people in my life aside from like the community on YouTube, which I don't even hardly even participate in. I'm not one to comment on videos unless I feel strongly about something. Like, I like to watch videos. I like to thumb up them. I'm not really like much of a commenter, but I still feel like I'm part of the community because I watch all these videos and these channels. I'm really into it. But yeah, I just wanted to throw my towel in the ring, is that a saying? And give my story, because I feel like my story is a little bit different than anyone else's. I feel like a lot of people, although we're all raised the same, I was raised really hating, not that we're all raised the same, although we're all raised kind of on this standard American diet, I kind of hated it the whole time and was kind of raised to believe that that made me weird when there are so many other options. So I'm really glad I found it, because I finally feel like, at least of one part of my life, things make sense. My food makes sense to me now, and it's so easy and makes me so happy. I love cooking every night. It just feels good. So that's my story. I hope you guys enjoyed it, because I know it was a hot, jumbly mess, because I just cannot tell a story. If there are any ideas for future videos you have based on this one, let me know. If you enjoyed the video, you can give it a thumbs up. Comments and questions down below. Subscribe if you'd like to stick around for a while. Hit that bell button if you want to be notified every time I post a video. And otherwise, I'll talk to you later. Bye!